Bruno, how racist is Savannah, Georgia? Well, I'm going to answer that question today because I get asked that question about 3 times a month, I would say, for the past few years. Probably three times a month, I either get the comment on YouTube, I either get a personal message on Facebook, or maybe someone found me on YouTube and they text me, hey, I just wanted to see about how racist is Savannah. All right, so let's answer the question. Let me just give a quick disclosure. I am a real estate agent down here in Savannah, Georgia, and I make content like this to help you make better decisions. So sometimes people, they believe that, hey, in order for me to make an informed decision, I need to know what type of people live in that neighborhood because I don't know, maybe they are racist or maybe they're not racist. So here, let me give you a short answer and then I'm going to share some context. That way you know what I'm talking about. So the short answer is 99% of the people in Savannah, 99% of the people in this area, they don't care how you look like. They don't care what you do. Believe me, they're not going to come out of their way to approach you at your house and find out if you're black, white, if you're Hispanic, if you're an Asian person. They don't care. Most people don't give a damn about anything you do. Okay, so that's the answer. Now, the other answer is there racist people in Savannah? The answer is yes, there is racist people like everywhere in America, okay? Welcome to America, the land of the free, all right? So, yes, there is racist people, and I want to share with you some stories, right? I've been a realtor, and guess what? I talk to a lot of people every day. It is right now 1:03 p.m., and I've already talked to about, 30 to 35 people. So that will give you some context. And I get asked a bunch of questions every single day. So let me tell you a story. I've had people who are Hispanic. By the way, I'm from Puerto Rico. In case you didn't know my accent. But people who are Hispanic, they have asked me, hey, what type of people live in this neighborhood? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what type of people? What type of people? I'm like, well, the ones that, the kind that have like 2 arms and 2 legs, like Homo sapiens, if you want to call it that. I don't know, like Homo sapiens. Is that how you call it scientifically? Human beings like you and I? But they're like, no, you know what I mean, Bruno, What type of people live there? I'm like, well, I don't know. I would have to knock on every single door and do my own demographic stats. But yeah, so people ask me, Hispanic people have asked me that. I've actually showed homes, and I've got a neighbor, for example, they see me pulling up. They know the home is for sale. And the neighbor, this is a black couple. This was like 3 years ago. They asked me, hey, are they white? Because I told them, hey, how are you? Whatever. I'm here just waiting for my client. They should be here in about 3-4 minutes. They literally told me, are they white? And I'm like, well, I actually haven't seen them. My answer was, I actually haven't seen them. Because those clients, I literally was meeting them for the first time at that home, okay? And I was like, so some people, I was surprised that some people they can just tell you that, right? So I've had situation with Hispanic people asking me about what type of people live there. I got black people asking me the same thing. I've actually have black people that they tell me, hey, I'm black, I'm African American, and I really don't want to live in a black neighborhood. That's themselves, right? So black people telling me, I really don't want to live in a black neighborhood. I'm like, okay, right? I mean, nothing wrong with that. Listen, I'm not going to judge anybody. I don't really care. Like, I honestly don't care. I'm not going to be the one paying your mortgage. I can care less about if you tell me you want to live somewhere or not. Because guess what? I'm not going to be eating there in your house, right? I'm not going to be knocking on your door every day so I can eat or sleep there. I don't care. Wherever you want to live, all I can do is basically tell you, hey, based on what you told me you're looking for, here are the areas with those homes. What do you think, right? If you want to go see them, good. If not, it's fine. I've also had white people. It's funny, though, because this is crazy, but I find it that it's a lot harder for people who ask me about it. If they know they're white, because obviously they know I'm Hispanic if they found me on YouTube. And I found it crazy that they sometimes ask me about it. because you can tell they feel uncomfortable because they don't want to be perceived as racist. So they always kind of like dance around the question and make it look like funny and things like that. But I get what they're saying. They tell, hey, I want to make sure I live in a safe neighborhood, if you know what I mean. And I'm like, all right, so low crime rate or whatever. And then they give me a few hints, right? So yeah, I've had every single instance in. Now, also, just for more context, have I personally, right? Maybe you're wondering, okay, so Bruno, you're okay, cool. You're talking you're talking about clients. Now, have you, that you're Hispanic, have you experienced any racism yourself? The answer is not in person, okay? Not in person. Not in person. I used to make phone calls back in the day when I started in real estate. And not only I had an accent, well, I still have an accent, but I'm saying like my English was a lot worse back then. Second, I'm interrupting someone, right? Because I'm making phone calls, like cold calling or whatever. People don't like that anyway. So I've had people telling me, how about you learn English and then call me? How about you go back to your country, for example? Other people have told me. How about other people, actually, I got one person who asked me, they acted like they were interested, like they were thinking about selling their home and blah, blah, blah. And like 5 minutes into it, they asked me, by the way, it's like, is your office, is it like a 1-story building or is it 2-story? Now, I know it's a 2-story. I work right here on the second floor. And I give them the address. Here is the address on the second floor right there. He's like, okay. Now, and then they told me, can you do me a favor? Why don't you just get right there on the second floor, like by the window, and just jump off and kill yourself? How can you do that for me? And I just looked at the phone like, what the hell, dude? Like, and then they hung up on me, right? I've had people like that. I made a video also on this YouTube channel. It's called What I Hate About Savannah, Georgia. A lot of people got triggered by it. I don't know why. It seems in this world that you're not supposed to share what you don't like. I guess you're supposed to pretend, right? You're supposed to pretend to like everything, especially if you're a realtor. People have this perception that, oh, if you're a realtor, why are you talking crap about Savannah, you piece of, and they insult you. I got messages on Facebook, comments on YouTube. I blocked like 5 people on my YouTube channel being disrespectful and things like that. So it seems like people don't like you sharing your opinion, and that's fine. I guess they have the right to get mad about it, and I have the right to not give a crap either. Okay? So anyway, I know that maybe didn't sound too professional, but it is what it is. Okay? I'm not here to pretend to be someone I'm not. And that was the answer. I just wanted to answer the question because I get asked about it about 5 times a month. And I believe it is just reasonable for me to make a content about it. Okay. With that being said, look, if you are from the Board of Realtors, which I know I have a few people here on my channel who are real estate agents, right? Why? Because some of you guys have actually texted me telling me, hey, I'm watching your videos. I'm watching what you're doing. Keep it up. Right? And I know some of you guys might get triggered by something I say and might want to report me to the Board of Realtors because apparently I'm breaking whatever rule you think I'm breaking. Look, do whatever you need to do. You got my number right there on the screen. All of you guys who are not realtors, welcome to Living in Savannah, the only channel that don't lie about anything. Okay? With that being said, see you guys next time. Take care.